Morning, everyone. The call to order the Redevelopment Agency meeting of May 6, 2015. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV, Cable Channel 2, and are closed caption for hearing impaired viewers. Please note some of the customers of Cox Communication who do not have a cable box may view this meeting on digital channel 89.5. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the city's website at www.kclv.tv. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system if alarms should activate. During today's meeting, please proceed out the double doors to the terrace and down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with our marshals or fire officials for assistance. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First Street. Employees wearing safety vests or city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to the items on the agenda, citizen participation and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to the city clerk. Cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of these chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If anyone is present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please come forward and see our city clerks up front. If you parked in the parking garage across the street and did not receive a validation ticket as you entered our chambers, please exit to your right and see the security personnel at the entrance. We'll move on to agenda item number 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium up front and state your name for the record. We'll set the time at 1 minute. Hearing seen none, we'll move on to agenda item 4. For possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of February 18, March 18, April 1st, 2015. May I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you. There's a motion. Please vote. And please post. The motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item 5, discussion for possible action regarding an award of contract 150175-CB, contract for professional services for the City of Las Vegas Economic Development Marketing Initiative, Department of Economic and Urban Development. Award recommended to FFM LLC, DBA, Phase Foley Warren, $200,000, Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency General Fund. This is in reference to all wards. Good morning, Mr. Arndt.
Good morning, Mayor Goodman and members of Council and the Redevelopment Agency Board. For the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. It's my delight to introduce Melissa Warren of Fess Foley Warren. This is a professional services agreement for the upcoming fiscal year beginning July 1. And this is our continuing engagement with Fess Foley Warren to market and have public relations to promote everything that we're doing in downtown Las Vegas and the redevelopment area. We've achieved some incredible results. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Melissa.
Good morning, Melissa Warren, Managing Partner, Fess Foley Warren. Good morning, Mayor, members of the Council. I know this is a big day for you all, so we'll be snappy. The first slide is a side-by-side comparison of the current contract with the new proposed contract. The major components are the management of downtown.Vegas. Our role includes content development and working with the IT team to ensure that it's functioning properly. We continue to write and produce a monthly electronic newsletter featuring 8 stories each month about all things downtown. We do familiarization tours with visiting journalists from all over the world, and we work to ensure that downtown and the city of Las Vegas is included in their visit and ultimately their coverage. And I'll talk a little bit more in a minute about the Society of American Travel Writers. We produce business testimonial videos that are used on city websites and social media, from businesses large and small who are working closely with the city. They've received financial incentives, and you know, they're a great example of the city of Las Vegas as a place to do business. We've done some small business publicity for a handful of businesses, and then the major difference between our new contract is we're setting aside a significant portion of the funds for special projects, events, and programs as they arise. Just a couple of quick measurements. I'll be very, very brief about this. Downtown.Vegas is continuing to receive rave reviews. We're up to almost 2,400 monthly sessions, nearly 2,000 unique users. Our Downtown News of Note newsletter has an average open rate of 50% and click rate of 20%. Those are both significantly higher than industry norms. We've done 24 familiarization tours to date, and the year's not over yet. Those have generated $3.6 million in earned media. And I will say that many of those tours we conduct are after hours, they're on weekends, so we at FFW remain very flexible and nimble to accommodate the journalists. Our small business publicity has resulted in about $66,000 in earned media, and our testimonial videos, we have completed 3 of the 6 so far, and the other 3 are in progress. Here is a screenshot of the homepage of Downtown.Vegas, and even I mentioned it's getting rave reviews. Even the folks at Zappos are saying, if you want to know what's going on in downtown Las Vegas, visit Downtown.Vegas. And we work very hard to ensure that the content is fresh, it's updated, and it's engaging. Here is a screenshot of our monthly newsletter. I've already mentioned that. Just wanted you to see how beautiful it was and why people are opening it. All right, here's where things get really exciting. So we started working with the Society of American Travel Writers about 6 or 7 months ago when we heard they were coming to Las Vegas. And we, in an effort to ensure that downtown Las Vegas is a big part of their experience here, we are helping them to make important connections and build fun and engaging itineraries. They are bringing, in October, to downtown Las Vegas, 450 travel writers and photographers who are members of this esteemed group, and they are spending a bulk of their time in downtown Las Vegas. Downtown Grand is their host hotel. We're working with them to build all kinds of fun days, tours, and activities for those people. And in fact, we invite you to join us tomorrow for a press conference at 11 a.m., Fremont Street Experience. Mayor Goodman is going to be joined by the LVCVA and SATW as they officially announce they're bringing their meeting to downtown Las Vegas in October. And you can see from the media outlets listed there, those are just, you know, a few of the larger media outlets that will be participating in this event, and we expect phenomenal coverage from that. At the bottom of the slide, again, just some highlighted media outlets that we have worked with year to date. This is a snapshot of what we have dubbed our Doing Business in Las Vegas video series. We've produced videos so far with Forest City, Cario, and Order With Me, and in progress is Assurian, Banjo, and one other. Here is how the contract breaks out. $108,000 in fees to FFW and our consultant Nancy Higgins. In total, there are 5 people working on this account. Hard costs of $57,000 cover things like printing, search engine optimization, videography, editing, and then the $35,000 set aside for special projects, events, and programs.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Thank you. Any questions from council here? Please.
Ms. Warren, thank you very much for that presentation. It is clear that we had discussions a while ago about limiting your participation in your contract. And I spoke then on the importance of continuing that and actually enhancing that. And I think we made the right decision based on the numbers you just presented to us, because you're not done yet. And I think we need to continue to promote the opportunities in the city, certainly downtown. And I'm glad you're still with us. And Ms. Fretwell, I think this is the right direction to head. So, Mr. Arndt, thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
One question I would ask, actually, of Mr. Arndt. Does Faithfully Warren have input to that booklet we print twice a year about downtown?
Thank you, Mayor. We do a visitor's guide, and that's been an in-house publication, but we certainly are making sure that it syncs up and is consistent with all the public relations and material that Melissa's team does. I think we do get some support.
We do work with June, and we support her.
But that's, and it's also on it's also on the website.
Right.
And so I think that really shows it's really a seamless effort. There's a lot of resources. Melissa's team is great. We're getting a lot of value out of Faithfully Warren. We have a team at the city working on this too. So June Johns of my team is working on this and is wonderful. David Redevelopment and his team with our enhanced social media capacity, we're working increasingly on a regular basis with his entire team. So it's really one cohesive team working on this effort, but not to undermine Melissa and her team's efforts. We are getting a tremendous value through this contract.
And her involvement and the team's involvement with the Downtown Business Alliance?
Yeah, we have
You
been
attend
members.
those meetings?
And yes, we try to
Okay.
bring everyone together.
Good. Thank you. Yes, please, Councilwoman.
I wanted to say that in the last year, in the publications that I read, I've noticed a lot more of Las Vegas coming through. And I don't know if it's you or who it is, but it's Las Vegas that most people would not be aware of. For example, picking Lovett's Custard as a place to be sure and visit. And then one of the places to hang around, a little bar on Charleston, where I know all the writers go. But you know, these are on the lists in USA Today and in some of the magazines of the places you want to see when you visit places. So it's sort of nice to see Las Vegas in the top 10 places to visit or something like that. So thank you so much for all the work you do.
And I don't know if this is an appropriate time, but since we're going to have many thousands at Rock and Rio, out at Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard, are there any handheld anythings that are going to be placed there in appropriate spots so that people will know, wow, look at what's downtown?
Well, I can't take credit for this, but I do know that the city has a fabulous banner that spans Las Vegas Boulevard at Sahara, saying that the party continues here, downtown.Vegas. I was stopped at the light yesterday and saw it, and you cannot miss it. So everybody on that corner is going to know there is a party beyond Rock and Rio in downtown Las Vegas.
Thank you. And of course, there'll be little bursts of fireworks going off all through the night.
Of course.
So, thank
We'll be
you.
out there with sparklers.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, Mayor Pro Tem, would you make a motion?
I would move to follow staff's recommendation and approval of this contract on agenda item 5.
Thank you. Thank you. There's a motion. Please vote and please post. Thank you. The motion carries. Thank you. We're
Thank you.
delighted. Thank you for everything.
Look forward to another
Yes,
great
Just a quick comment.
Yes,
She
Counselor.
mentioned downtown Vegas, downtown.Vegas, and I think, Ms. Fretwell, we should probably have a future upcoming meeting, have a report on how the .Vegas domain thing's working out for us and the city of Las Vegas, with your permission, Mayor.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. Okay, agenda item number 6, RA 92015, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by Commercial Visual Improvement Program CVIP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and TRH Development LLC, owner and CVIP applicant, located 2673 Western Avenue, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000, RDA Special Revenue Fund, redevelopment area. Please note that a correction should be noted in the record that the agenda reflects this items to be in wards 1 and 3, Councilwoman Tarkanian and Councilman Coffin. However, it should reflect only Ward 1, Councilwoman Tarkanian. This item is related to Council Item 31, R-22-2015.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, for the record, Bill Arndt, Economic and Urban Development. This is part of our visual improvement program where we help the exterior of businesses, and you can see as before you on the slides I'm going to show, this is a really important program for our redevelopment agency. Our partner is doing business as Back Bar USA, which is a full-service marketing and consulting firm with over 25 years of experience in the beer, wine, and spirits industries, specializing in corporate and national account beverage programs with an emphasis on gaming, resorts, nightlife, and fine dining segments of the hospitality industry. With me today is Tim Honberry, who is owner of the business. Tim purchased the property back in November of 2014 and is doing substantial improvements, including but not limiting to parking lot striping, landscaping, exterior paint, awnings, sidewalk, curb and gutter, roofing, HVAC, exterior lighting, and building signage. The property is eligible for a $25,000 grant from our VIP program, and we recommend approval. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Tim to explain a little bit more about the business.
Good morning, Mayor, council
Good morning.
members.
And
How
if
are
you would repeat your name for the record, please.
Mr. Tim Honberry.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about what your plan is, or do you have an after shot
I think
from
we
a
have an after
rendering?
shot. Look at that.
Wow.
Amazing. Black hides all the holes, I think. So Back Bar USA has been in business 7 years. We're a marketing company. We represent casinos nationwide. You have a 3-tier distribution system. So you have the suppliers, Absolute, the distributors, Southern Wine, and then you have like a marketing company like myself. We have 20 full-time employees moving into this building and 180 part-time employees coming to downtown from where we currently are. And those part-time employees are models, bartenders, mixologists that work all the events such as the fights and Rock in Rio this weekend, which we're a large part of. We're looking forward to moving downtown, so we appreciate all the support you're giving us. We definitely want to make this building look a little prettier. We had one owner for 60 years, and we're hoping to be there for quite a while as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What are the closest cross streets, if you would, and are you on the east or the west side of Western?
We're on Polaris or Presidio, right by Treasures as a landmark here in town. And we're on the east side of Western, right by Creel, the Pillow, and the big place right by the railroad tracks.
And have you, once this goes, what is your timeline plan?
Well, we're under construction now, so
Oh, you're hopeful.
we're very, well, with or without you, we're going forward, right? But we prefer with you, so please thumbs up on this one.
Okay.
We love redevelopment. I also own the historic Gold Mine Tavern on Water Street in Henderson, which we redeveloped 10 years ago. So it's celebrating 50 years this year.
Wonderful, thank you. Before I turn the microphone over to Councilwoman, any questions or comments from council? Okay, Councilwoman.
It's a wonderful addition. We're very happy to have you, and I move to approve.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. There's a motion, please vote, and please post. Motion carries.
Awesome. Thank you very
Good
much.
luck.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, thank you.
Thanks very much.
Agenda item 7, RA 10-2015, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by Commercial Visual Improvement Program, CVIP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, Bangor Brewing, Las Vegas, LLC tenant located 450 Fremont Street, Suite 135, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA Redevelopment Area 5. Councilman Barlow, note this item is related to item number 35, R262015. Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Mayor. Again, for the record, Bill Arndt, Economic and Urban Development. This company should look familiar. They've actually gone through our Quick Start program. They've been open for a while, and they have need for expanded signage, as our partner, Nick Fischella, will explain. And so because of that, they do qualify for the VIP program. Given their investment, they're eligible for an $8,000 grant. Staff recommends approval. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Fischella.
Morning.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council, for taking the time for us. Nick Fischella with Bangor Brewing. We've been open now for just over 16 months, and it's been a great addition, we feel, to downtown as well as to Fremont Street. Bringing a local brewery to really kind of support, you know, the craft beer movement and to kind of bring exposure for the beer to the city. Within the 16 months, we've seen 4 other breweries open up here inside the city as well. And to kind of help add draw to Fremont Street and to all the surrounding buildings, you know, we are asking to improve our sign from the existing sign that you do see there. We are looking to switch that over to a nice neon blade, flash animated lighting on it to really kind of add to the lighting to Fremont as well as downtown. As far as the beer community, as you can see there, that is the new sign that we're looking to add as well. So neon letters where you see the brewery, as well as the flash animated white lights, which will kind of sequence around the brewery. So really want to draw some more awareness to us and our location. We've been doing our part as far as trying to help promote local craft brews inside the city. We've been hosting an event actually on May 23rd where we've actually gotten every brewery inside the city to all come together downtown May 23rd. So we have 14 breweries, all local, everything made in Las Vegas, all going to come together. So we're actually going to host our first locals only beer festival on May 23rd as well. So it'll bring more awareness to craft beer, as well as more people. We're expecting about 800 people to come down to Center Court, Indianapolis for that event as well. So we're just looking to, like I said, to help add to the design, to the bright lights of Fremont Street, and asking for council approval. Thank you.
Lovely. Any comments, questions? Please, Councilman Anthony.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to commend you guys. It was when you guys came here, a year and a half ago, and there was 5 guys that just came together and didn't know anything about opening up a business, but wanted to take a risk, and I'm glad to see you're doing well. So you're kind of the great American story for small business. So I'm glad you guys are doing well. And obviously, if there's anything we can do up here to help you out, we're here for you. So thanks.
Thank you.
And
Drink some beers
how
with
about
us.
beer with beers?
I will drink as much beer as I can for you. So.
Here it comes, beer with beers.
I just wanted to say, I thought I had a service mark on $5 beers.
All right. Councilman Coffin, I know you were there at the opening. I recall seeing you.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. 16 months it's been, Nick. Wow.
16 months and 2 weeks, yes.
You know what? It's been a lot longer than that since the legislature passed the enabling legislation for this to happen. You know, the wholesalers in town, who we all know, they were fearful that somehow or another everybody would be brewing beer and there would be no beer to be sold to local people or tourists by them, because they felt that for sure it would ruin them, and it didn't. It did not at all. It probably helped them, because there's a market for this, and it's totally separate from the market for mass-produced beers, and it doesn't really dent the profits one bit of the big guys, but you have to move these things. It's just like wine, and now I know that, well, we got it through. I mean, Councilman Beers might have been there when we did do this. We touched these kinds of things every now and then, and now, even today, there's arguments about beer and wine up there in Carson City. So these things will progress slowly, but they definitely will help all of us. And so we're really happy you and others chose the city of Las Vegas, especially downtown, and because it really adds to the growth. And I think, you know, it tastes great. That's how beer is supposed to be brewed and have a taste as opposed to being served ice cold and then just running down your throat to make you drunk. You know, that's not the point of craft beer. So you leave that others to the football swilling crowd. In any event, I've gone too far, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm going to give it to the councilwoman who's undoubtedly handling all of Councilman Barlow's business.
Thank
He's
you.
visiting his native
Thank you.
country of China right now.
Yes, and Councilman Barlow has been excused from the meeting. He's actually on some state business. So with that, I know he's asked Councilwoman Tarkanian to speak on his behalf.
He's probably over in China testing and tasting the Chinese beer. We'll bring you back information. But on behalf of the Great American Story and the tremendous work and effort you've done, and with Councilman Barlow's great feeling of happiness in your success, move to approve.
Thank you very much. There's a motion. Please vote. And please post. Motion carries. And sir, if you're up here up front, I do see you. I know you want to make comment on agenda item 9, which is coming up in a couple of minutes. Public comment. Oh, you're just getting ready early up front. Wonderful. Excuse me, it was 8. Okay, number 8, citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. And please state your name and those who are interested and may follow.
Good morning, Council. My name is Tamay Hodip. I've been a native here for over 20 years now. You guys have for sure seen me before, but I want to, I guess, present to you for over 5 years now. I have not been represented by any pro bono pertaining to, excuse me, NRS 7.065. It's been NRSs that have been used against me according to NRS 483.340.
If I could ask you, what agenda item are you referring to here
No agenda
today?
item, ma'am. Just coming on a citizen participation of an open forum, being able to state basically my case about who I am. I know that you're a powerful person, as your husband is. When he was here, I presented my case before him at you guys' old building at City Hall. Let him know that I was injected by 2 microchips and a transmitter in my stomach. What I had to do was, which I didn't know at the time, I wish you guys would have definitely told this to me, but FTC, which you guys are government, they require us to make sure that we fill out a report, extend that as far as an extension upon blocking all of our assets so that people cannot continue to use our Social Security, our names, and our likeness. Identity theft is one of the biggest crimes, not only in the country, but in the world. So
what I'm going to ask you to do, because we have a very full agenda today,
problem.
we do have public comment. In
Yes.
the next portion during council meeting, I'm going to ask one of our legal staff to see if they can help you on the specific citations you've given. So, Ms.
Well,
Fretwell, if you could have someone get his name and, or Mr. Adams, please, and so we can
Well,
move on.
Ms. Goodman,
Yes.
I just wanted to ask, what's the difference between this one and then the vanilla one? Because I thought that,
This is just hearing items in the redevelopment agency this morning.
Right.
Every single item that we have in that will go on into the full city council meeting.
So that would-
but you're fine. You have brought attention to what your particular issue is, and our city manager, Ms. Fretwell, if you will give her your name and the issues, we will make sure that we try to help you with your issues.
Now, when you say that you'll try to help me, now, understanding that I've never been represented, and I've gone to you guys.
No, it's not that we're going to provide representation. It's just I do want you to move on at this point. We need a contact with you so we can follow up, sir. And I'd appreciate it. So we have, as you can see, we have a lot on our
I do see
agenda.
that. But
So
I
thank
guess
you.
in closing, Madam, is that I'm not trying to be brash, but I'm only given 1 minute or 3 minutes
Correct.
on a
No,
situation
you're going to
that-
get much more than that because you're going to get personal attention
Well-
from one person. So if you'll just step over here with Ms. Fretwell, she'll take
Right.
down the information, and we will either be able to help you, or you can make an appointment with my office and with me.
I've tried to make an appointment with your office by walking directly up there,
If-
madam,
sir,
and they
please.
denied me.
Okay,
That's what I'm trying to
thank
say
you.
is that I've gone to every single aspect.
Okay, well, please, if you will, step over with Ms. Fretwell, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, anyone else who wishes to be heard at this time? Hearing and seeing none, we will now move on to agenda item 9, agency member recognition. Comments made by the individual agency members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. Is there any member of the Redevelopment Agency who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda? Any other comments? Okay. Hearing none, this redevelopment agency is adjourned, and we will start our council meeting immediately following the changeover of any technology, which means probably a minute or two.